Before we move on to the big game of the weekend, I want to ask you a question about Liverpool. A lot of people have said they've been lucky this season, right? And I feel that sort of maybe they're not lucky they're top of the league. They've had to win the games and they've won the games and they've deserved it. But Newcastle fans are being sort of siding with Gooners this week with the luck thing, because it looks like now Newcastle they're going to be without Gordon because he got himself sent off. Botman's out with a knee injury. Isak is said to potentially be missing. And there was another player as well that could be out of that game now. I forget his name. The viewers are probably going to remind us. If Newcastle have all those players missing for the final, I mean, Liverpool were always the favourites, but it does feel a little bit, I don't even know, even as a neutral to the game, it feels like a bit of a dampener if those guys are all out for it. Because I just don't see how Newcastle, if there's no Isak or Gordon, there's no Botman at the back, and Lewis Hall's out. I just don't see how Newcastle can win.
I mean, Liverpool. Bro, they need to do what happened last season with Liverpool, bro. You're forgetting Liverpool. They had bare injuries and all those kids beat Poch.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen. The other way around, bro. You know what I mean? I'm tired of Liverpool collecting these trophies, bro. I'm honestly sick and tired of it, right? Because we've given them a lot of their trophies. A lot of them, bro. 2 in 1 season. Both on penalties. Yeah? Last season. Right? I'm tired of these lot, man. So I'm just praying Newcastle can do something. Do something, bro.
They're probably not, but I mean, listen, Liverpool have been a little bit lucky, but that's fine. I feel like some people are like, it's not pocket watching, but they're like kind of like luck watching. Like I hear Igao 24/7 now complaining about how lucky Liverpool have been, but like I'll just be honest, bro. Everyone at some point has luck with them and luck against them. It's just like for them, it didn't really impact them as much to see. Like people forget that they had Alisson out for larger parts of the season, and they were so dismissive of it because they were winning a lot of games. But then you watch the game on the weekend and you see, not the weekend, during the week, and you see how basically Alisson clinched that win for them against PSG, and you get reminded that, damn, how did they win that amount of games that they won this season when Alisson was out? I swear this guy was out for a couple of months at least. So it's like,
he was out for ages. He was out for
they're a little bit lucky. That's fine. I get that. But that's football, bro. I don't know what to tell people. Like, the fact that Newcastle fans are siding with Gooners right now, it's just like the epitome of like misery loves company. One miserable fan base in Arsenal and another miserable fan base that's about to be miserable when they don't win, Newcastle, that never agree on anything. Mind you, these guys hate each other. They always talk shit to each other every year. Now they want to be buddy buddies because the big mean Liverpool is going to win the League Cup. It is what it is, bro. Listen, Newcastle, just hold that. That's fine. That's fine. I hope Isak plays. I want Newcastle to win, but that's football for you. You know, if you're gonna cry about it, then honestly, don't even watch the sport because it just happens to everyone.
When is the final? When is it?
That's a great question.
Next weekend. Next weekend.
Fucking hell, man. So these lot could win the Carabao. I saw what you said about the treble situation as well, Terrace. So you're not counting that as a treble then, yeah? If they win the...
It isn't a treble, but why is that a question?
Hang on. Sorry, yeah. I mean, it's not that I'm not counting it as a treble. It's just a fact that it isn't the treble. They can call it a treble. I don't care. They can call it a mini treble. They can call it a treble. They can call it the best treble. They can say it's the greatest treble that's ever been achieved in football. All of that I'm not bothered about. What I've pushed back against is this lie that a percentage of that Liverpool fans have pushed, which has been that United coined the phrase, and they've said that the treble is not a thing. So it's not about dismissing their 3 trophies. I am not going to play down these 3 trophies that they are the favourites to win from this point. What I'm talking about is the treble's a real thing because the double's a real thing. And the double is recognised by every association football across Europe and across the world is when you win the highest league and the primary domestic trophy in a said country. That's a double. It's the double. Therefore, the treble is those 2 achievements and the primary continental title, whether it be what we would call the Champions League. I'm not too sure what those trophies are called in South America or Asia or North America. So the treble is a thing. The double has been recognized since 1989. The treble, the term was first coined and phrased in 1967 when Celtic did it, and actually Celtic did it as part of a quad, and it's the only quad. And the same Liverpool fans were pushing for a quad a few years ago, and it was called the quad because it was all four of those trophies. They wouldn't allow, if they did it, a team to win a different selection of 4 trophies and go, well, that's a quad as well. You know, if Liverpool had completed that quad, and then a year later, City won the Premier League, the Europa League, because demotion in the group stages was still on then, the Europa League, the Premier League, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup, that wouldn't be the quad. It would be 4 trophies. You can call it a quad if you want. So I'm just pushing back against the lie that Man United have gaslit the world and we created this phrase, the treble. I even played back footage when we beat them in 77 in the FA Cup final, and the commentator literally said, the treble dream is over. Because it was always a thing that people were chasing. English teams have been chasing the mythical treble. The biggest league title, the biggest domestic trophy, the biggest European accolade. And Man United were the first team to do it in England. Then City have done it. And if Liverpool win all 3 trophies this year, you see how much I praise them. You see how much congrats I give them. But this idea that it can be called the treble is wrong, because it's already been UEFA and FIFA and the FA have had these. This has been around for over 100 years. We can't be rewriting history for Liverpool. The same as I don't think we should rewrite what legends have to achieve to become legends of the game. Harry Kane shouldn't get a free pass into the Legends Lounge when he hasn't won any major trophies to score goals in the way to winning it. The same as you can't have the treble or the double without achieving what everybody else that's in that club has achieved. Simple as that for me. But and look, it's not semantics, Twisted Bubba. It's not at all. It's not semantics at all. I'll give you what I tell you why it's not semantics. Based on that logic, Twisted Bubba, if Man United win the Europa League, can we just say we won the European Cup? It's a European Cup, but it's not the European Cup. Can we twist that off as the same as a Champions League? Can the team that wins the championship this season? So yeah, we won the league in England this year. What league? Doesn't matter what league. The league. We won a league. This is why it's not semantics. It's about the facts. You know, when you say
everyone knows that, you don't need to say that.
Well, there are people that don't think you do.
They pretend that they don't know. Listen, every other country except England, basically in the top 5 leagues, they don't have a league cup. So they only get one chance to win one domestic cup to do a treble. So they don't get to pick and choose. Oh, should I win the FA Cup to complete the treble? Oh, I lost it. It's fine. I can get the league cup. No one else has that. So that's why we all know the FA Cup in every country, plus the Champions League, plus the league. That's a treble. Yep. Stop trying to redo it every year. I know this is the Hussam influence, because Hussam likes to sit there and pretend.
Or is it him that started it? Is Hussam that started it?
I don't know if he started, but I know he used to always say that Liverpool already have a treble. And he talks about one of those years where I forgot what year it was. I think they won the equivalent of the Europa League in the league. I'm like, bro, shut up. Just shut up. Stop saying that. It's like every year we have this conversation.
Well, this is the thing. How far do you... This is why it's important to protect it on a real level, right? And Twisted Bubba might have been joking. It's important to protect it because if you bend the rules to go, okay, UEFA go, right, for Liverpool, we'll put you on the list for the trebles with the League Cup. Well, how much more do you bend it? Well, Real Madrid have never done the treble. But what if next year they win the league, the Champions League, and the Spanish Super Cup? Can they claim that now? Can they claim that as the treble? And if you let them have it, you might find there's a combo that's been done before in another combination. Then you might start getting loads of Italian teams, loads of English teams. Hang on, though. We don't call it the Super Cup. We call it the Community Shield. But I bet we could go through and find seasons where teams have won community. Yeah, we didn't win the Champions League, but we won the Community Shield, the Premier League, and the FA Cup that season. Fucking hell, another treble.
Yeah, put Neeks' comment on. Look at Neeks. He actually made a very good comment there.
Where we at here? Let me scroll. There it is here. Nobody calls City's 4 trophies in 2009 as the quad: Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup, and Community Shield. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I want to get you lot's take on this as well. What do you lot think about Community Shields being added to like official records and that? Do you lot actually add these?
See that, but they always. Do you know what I would say? Do you know what I would say to it? Is this? They always have been on the official records list. So it isn't that in 2010 they said we're going to add them. they've always been included in the trophies that you have won. I think the issue that we've got with, listen, I'm not someone that, well, my team's been in it, we've won it. You celebrate winning it on the day, but there isn't a great deal of prestige. I think the difference between us and the irony in it is this: we all take the Super Cup, the European Super Cup, seriously, but we don't take the Community Shield seriously. I see Premier League fans take the Spanish Super Cup seriously, but disregard the Community Shield. I look at them all as the same thing. They are all
No, but you know what the issue is there?
Community Shield, bro. That's no way.
But that's the branding. If for the last 100 years it was called the English Super Cup, I think everybody would rate it. It's because it's called the Community Shield or the Charity Shield when I was younger. It's that word community, charity. I think it just throws everyone off a little bit. But
that's an issue with the FA, though, Terry. I think the FA should rebrand, as you said, and they should be playing it by actual real football rules. Like, they play by friendly rules. That's the issue. Like, you go into that game. Yeah. There's no, like, it's technically not an official game. It is a glorified
preseason.
friendly.
It's literally preseason, bro.
It is, and that's the issue with it. Like, if you rebrand it,
the goals count. If you score goals in that, they go on your professional record. So it's not treated as a preseason friendly. The goals are.
No, they play it by
I'm saying technically
friendly rules. There, like, you can make unlimited subs, which is not a thing.
That's not true, is it?
It is. Yeah, you can make as many subs.
I don't think so, and I don't think that's true. Maybe you're right. How many?
They play them by basically friendly rules. And what's it called? The whole idea of it, like when it used to get called the Charity Cup or whatever, the Charity Shield. Sorry, I mean, people don't really take it seriously. You look at Italy and Spain example. What I like that they do is they play their what's it called, their Super Cup basically.
Oh no, yeah, you can make up to 6. I didn't even know that, bro. I didn't even know. Yeah, you can make up to 6.
Saying, man. It's a glorified. It's a glorified.
They need to treat it seriously,
guys. But having said that, you can make 5 subs in the Premier. It's only 1 more. Like, I hear your point, but it's I didn't realize it was 6. That's crazy.
It needs to be later in the season though, too, Terry. Like, you look at Italy, look at Spain. They host them in like Qatar and Saudi Arabia, and they used to host them like in other countries. They actually take it seriously. And when it's later down the season, and teams have been playing for a while, it feels like more of a competitive game. Whereas this one, I mean, like Pep as an example, he just most times he wouldn't even put his best team out there. And it's not that he has to. I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying that's how unserious the trophy looks. They need to rebrand it. They need to play it by official rules. And honestly, I didn't even know that. I remember, shout out Winter Surfer. He told me that years ago. I don't remember what year exactly. If you drew, they just used to share the.
It was shared. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, how can I take it seriously when it's shared? You know what I'm saying? They
Bro,
need to rebrand it a little bit.
City aren't far off of Arsenal without the Community Shields, right? They're like 3. There's like a 3-4 trophy difference, I think. I need to double check. Without the Community.
Yeah, I think City have gone past Chelsea by 1, and they're 3 or 4 behind Arsenal in terms of total trophies when you remove them. No, listen, I hear you. Maybe we should take it more seriously. But I've always noticed as well, like, the foreign managers that come here take it more seriously, and I think that's because they associate it in the same way that the Spanish Super Cup and
you
stuff
have to qualify for it, Terry. It is technically the winner of the league versus the winner of the cup. So it's like, in essence, it's like, oh, you're getting the best team in the domestic cup versus the team that won the league. The idea of it is beautiful. I like it. They just don't take it seriously. Like, please take it seriously. Because you know what it is? If United counted all the community shields, I swear we have more trophies than Liverpool, because I think we have 21 community shields. And I don't know how many Liverpool have. So we would eventually have more trophies than them in England if they counted them. But I can't claim that because they're not taking it seriously. So please do. I do want to watch a Super Cup every year. I want to see the team that won the league go against the team that won the FA Cup in a serious game where they're both fielding out their best teams. It's being played. I mean, it's being played in Wembley, so it's already like a big.
You know how it's not a serious shield anyway, because when Arteta was asked the question, right? What did he say?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He said he's won. He said he's won it. He said he's won it. But then in the same breath, it's all Arsenal haven't won anything in this period. They only count the FA Cup. So how can we only count the FA Cup, but then still say the Community Shield is a trophy we should be counting? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. As we said, bro, it's just like a whole branding issue. That just take it seriously, please. I'd love to see that.
I hear you. Listen, I mean, I wouldn't be against it, as you say. Maybe taking it a little bit more seriously, putting some, listen. This is where you could maybe do. They're always trying to do something with like the Middle East. This is where maybe you speak to, Riyadh season and say, look, we'll play it in Saudi, but we want some good prize money, because I guarantee you when clubs will start taking it seriously, if they go, there's a £20 million, there's a £20 million prize for the winner. That's also the way to get the FA Cup back firing as well, is they need to go and get a sponsor that's willing to put up millions of pounds for a prize, because everybody will play stronger teams if there's, because I read about the thing in the World Club Championship. It's £1 billion worth of prize money. They think if you can win it, they think the prize money could be as high as £100 million. Now, if you think about anyone's club, think about Chelsea this year, they're still sailing relatively close to the wind because the income's down. They make the Champions League and then win that as an example. That's 170 million pound of extra turnover. That, I don't think people realize how much money that is, and it's a cash injection as well. So yeah, look, it's absolutely massive if you can kind of do those types of things.